Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya Luisa. In today's video, we are going to talk all about how to get a man to chase you. And in this video, I'm going to go over two aspects, two skill sets that you need as a woman to learn. The first is how to magnetize. So if you're single, this is how to magnetize, how to become a magnet for a high value man, for an alpha male, for a king. This is how I'm going to go over how to attract that. And then the second skill set is how to maintain it. So how to get into an actual relationship, into a marriage, into a partnership, which is a different skill set. So the first skill set is how you bring that and you attract that high value masculine energy, king energy towards you, and how they move in towards you. How do you track that? And the second is how do you get them then to commit and be in a relationship with you and keep them moving towards you while in a relationship. So even if you're single, you're going to learn how to attract it. And if you're in a relationship, you're going to learn how to maintain that attraction, that energy of them moving towards you and always wanting you and just you. It's two different skill sets that we're going to go over today. So the first thing that I want to say is that we are human beings. We are also part of the animal kingdom, in that our flesh and part of us have a very primal instincts within us, yet we have a brain, we have an ability for consciousness, an ability to reflect, an ability to connect with a higher divinity, higher power, energy, believing in God. So we are both animal in that we have our animal instincts, our primal gut level instincts, and we also have this ability that is beyond any animal in the animal kingdom, in that we can reflect, in that we can ascend higher, in that we can manifest, in that we can connect with the divine, and that we can grow and evolve in that way. So if you look throughout the animal kingdom, what you'll see is a thread that is very, very popular throughout every single species, in that the male species is the one that shows off. Often the male will have the most beautiful feathers. He will build nests and he will do all of these things. He will be the more beautiful looking animal or more beautiful looking bird species or whatever, right? And you might be like, why? Since women often are intertwined with beauty and we have very deep relationship with beauty. It is because it's the man that is trying to be chosen. We got it messed up here. Throughout the animal kingdom, it is the male that has to prove himself worthy of being in the female, of mating with her, of creating life with her. He has to prove himself. He will go and they will build a nest and show off, like, look at this big nest I built. They will have big feathers and show, look how beautiful I am, mate with me. He will have will do like different hunting things and like fight in front of her to show her, I know how to fight, I know how to provide, I'm big and bad, be with me. This happens all throughout the animal kingdom. So this used to happen with human beings, in that the man would be the one, and it still happens in traditional cultures today, of he would show by, when he proposes, of showing the family and giving a dowry to the woman to show the family, I can provide for your daughter. She's not going to have a struggle life. I have money, I can provide. When she's pregnant, she doesn't have to go out and work. She doesn't have to stress herself. I am a provider. I know how to provide. I know how to have provisions. I know how to, bring in the abundance so that the family legacy can go on, so that your daughter won't be stressed out. She won't catch an autoimmune disease and be all messed up. I got her. This is what happens. This is tradition. Look at how much we've strayed from tradition, and then now is this whole energy of women trying to get chose, of women trying to show off to the man, to prove her worthiness, to prove this is messed up. This is not the way it is. This is just so far beyond. We've gone in and strayed so far away from our traditional ways, and traditional ways that have supported us as women. And that is why women have the highest number of autoimmune disease. That is why Black women have the highest number of lots of different diseases. I don't want to go into the statistics in this video, but Black women are the least amount of women throughout the group of United States that are getting married. I'm going to do a whole video on this as well. But this is why we have strained away from these traditions, and this is why we have to implement this knowledge and the secrets of femininity and reinstate them in our being, so that we can become all that we're meant to be, that we can establish the right energy in our relationships, so that there's an equal pull, so we understand our power and understand where our energy should go to manifest the life that we want, a life of ease, of pleasure, of being cherished, of having a body that is healthy, of having a body that we love. All of this is the divine feminine. This is what I teach. So just a note on that. So when it comes to magnetizing and it comes to attraction, what we want to look at is you want to be whole woman. You want to be really, really whole, in that when you're showing up in life, you're not showing up with the energy of choose me, because you've already chosen yourself. You're already so deeply embedded in so much love for yourself. The essence of yourself is dripping out of you because you're so filled up in your own energy. So I want you to look at, I love movies from the 90s. Black movies from the 90s are the best. And I want you to study this movie. It is Boomerang. It's starring Eddie Murphy. It starred with a lot of different stars. It has Eddie Murphy, Robin Givens, Halle Berry, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, filled with stars, and it's really just a great movie. If you lived in the 90s, you already know, like, the 90s was something that it was just a magical time. So you had to be there, right? So anyway, in the movie, there's two women. The first one we're going to talk about, and look at her energy. Just look at the energy, and this is the energy that I want you to think about when you want to attract, is think about the energy of the character of Jacqueline, played by Robin Givens. So this is when the male character, who was played by Eddie Murphy, he's a player, right? He just gets women all the time. But this woman knocked him off his seat. This woman stopped him in his tracks. This woman made him come to her and pursue her. The energy she was giving was, she was completely contained in herself. She was thriving in her life. She cared about how she looked. So her look, the way that she expressed herself from the inside out, was very polished, was very put together, was very leveled up. She had, again, she elevated herself by the way that she looked, by the way that she presented herself. So that made her very attractive. And that's the same thing that you can do, is pay attention to your look. Pay attention to your nails, pay attention to your hair, pay attention to your skin. If there's anything going on, any imbalances in your skin, you're gonna wanna look internally. Look at your gut health. Look at the health of your liver. Look if there's any imbalances in something that you're eating. Make sure that you're eating clean, high alkaline foods. Make sure that you're getting lots and lots of water, high quality water. All of these things, that you nourish yourself from the inside out, so that your inner world, your organs, are being cared for in a way that your outer world is then showing and reflecting that. So make sure that you're taking care of those things, because any imbalances in your body is going to reflect. And what that does is that it's showing a sign of poor balance in your health, and that is not attractive on a primal level to the masculine, because he's looking at you. Even if he doesn't want children, they're looking at you to see if you're healthy to mate with. even if he doesn't want children, maybe you guys don't want children, on a primal level, they want to be with somebody that is healthy, that has that potential. So when you have skin disruptions and you have like imbalances and things going on, you're going to want to heal that. You're going to want to work on that for you, right? So you feel good in your body, so you feel comfortable, so you feel healthy, so that you're expressing yourself, so that your body has a body that can contain her own energy. Another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to exercise, because when you exercise, your body then becomes a vessel to hold more of your emotions, to hold more energy, that you can actually, if you have a stressful day, you're not constricted and feeling it and it's all tight and it's all like being held and constricted in your body, but you have a way of like letting that stress wash through, that you have something in your body that keeps you fluid, that keeps you moving, that keeps you graceful, that keeps you fit. Not saying that you have to be, you know, in this whole like cookie cutter world of how like every woman is trying to look like, that's getting all the work done. They all look the same. No, you have this unique expression of the divine, of the divine in your own body. God wants to express themselves through you in the own unique way. So you want to embody that and embrace your body in the beauty that it is right now, and continue working on it, keeping it healthy and feeding it nice, good food. Another thing that she was she was unbothered by him, meaning that when he gave her a little attention, she was pleasant, but she wasn't like, oh, like that whole desperate energy. She was just very relaxed, very calm, very grounded in her own energy. She had a lot going on for herself. She had a strong masculine presence from within her, and I talk about that a lot in my videos. When you have your inner masculine is very strong, that is when you embody queen energy. Queen energy is the energy of you have a very strong inner masculine that is creating a kingdom for you, a queendom for you. You have a strong inner masculine that has purpose, that is driven, that knows their purpose here on earth, and that is like working and keeping their heart open because you're striving and working towards your purpose. Whatever that purpose may be is very different for all of us, but it is, she had a job and a career that kept her heart open, and so she wasn't just very desperate and feeling like a peasant in her life, but she was driven by this career that fulfilled her and kept her heart open in the career, right? Because she was affluent. And so that, when I translate that to you, that means that to attract your king, you have to find your purpose in life and be driven by that purpose, in that you know that you're here for another reason other than just existing and working for someone else. You know that your job, your purpose here on earth, and you're driven by that. Your inner masculine keeps you pushing and moving and striving towards fulfilling that purpose, so that you are whole, you're in your energy, you're expressing yourself through the way that you look. You're not chasing anyone, you're not in that chasing energy, but relaxed and grounded in your own. That is very highly magnetic to the masculine. He's then going to notice you because you are holding the feminine pull. You're holding the negative pull. You're not jumping out and buying him a drink and chasing him. And no. You know that your place, you're very happy in your life. You have your purpose, you're driven and relaxed. So then that masculine energy can come towards you. So watch the movie and look at Jacqueline. Now what happens in that is a skill set to learn. The attraction, that's a skill set. But once you get that attraction, once they come into your life, what happens if you are somebody that, okay, you can attract, you're attracting lots of guys, but they don't want to commit to you. They don't, for whatever reason, they don't want to start a relationship with you. For whatever reason, they're not moving the relationship forward. They want to be in your energy, they want to be around you, but they're not like trying to start a life with you. They don't want a commitment. Why? So what that happens is then you then have to insert a different skill set. And you'll notice that in the movie. So he had her and they were relating, they were having and spending time, but he eventually did not want to pursue a relationship with her. He chose to pursue a relationship with a different woman. Why? Because, and it's highlighted so well in the movie, is when Halle Berry plays the other woman, and her name in the movie is, God, I forget. It was Jacqueline. I forget her name in the movie, but the woman that's played by Halle Berry. And she has this speech that she says, and she says it and it highlights exactly what I want you to think about. She says, I might not be the most glamorous woman. I might not have weave down my back. She says a couple other things, but then she says, but I do have heart. What she means by that, I'm getting chills, is that, and the reason why he then decides to pursue her, or why he was actually able to open his heart and fall in love with her, is because her heart was open. Because she had an open heart. Because she had a warmth. Because she allowed him through after time to come into her heart, and he actually felt that warmth, and he felt her heart, and he felt and knew that this woman that I'm with is really her, that she doesn't have a coldness, she doesn't have walls up, she doesn't have, I'm not meeting her representative, I'm not meeting her higher persona, but I'm actually meeting her. And he felt the warmth of her heart. That is what made him fall in love. So over time, as someone pursues you, if you keep the walls up, if you keep just being very closed and mechanical and methodical and just in your head and just here with someone, if they don't actually, if they're not able to feel your heart, they're not going to be pursuing a relationship with you, because the masculine needs to feel your heart in order to fall in love. He needs to feel the warmth of you. He needs to feel the depth of you. He needs to feel safe in your energy, that you're not here for alternative motives, but that you're actually really do love him. And so he's able then to relax and surrender to your heart as well. So he has to work for you. He has to work for that love. He has to work and prove himself worthy, in that he's showing up consistently, in that he does exactly what he says he's going to do, in that he is strong in his purpose. He's driven in his purpose. He's not just lazy. He's not getting pushed around, but he's a strong alpha male. And so he witnesses your heart. He witnesses your warmth. He witnesses the depth of you. He witnesses that you're nurturing, that you actually care about him. That especially now, if you're dealing with a man that has a lot of money, then they want to know that you actually want them for them. And so what happens is that, what I find is that, there are women who you might meet a man that doesn't have a lot initially, and through your energy, because you're a good woman, you stick by them, and they begin to grow and they begin to ascend, they begin to get more and more money, and you don't evolve with that. So you stay as the sacrificial lamb and don't take care of yourself and don't pour into yourself and don't up level in your own energy, in your own looks, in your own skills, in your own education, in your look, in your own development. You stay on the sacrificial energy. And so as he begins to up level, then there is a mismatch of energy, because a man who has a lot wants a woman on his arm that matches that. Why do men buy really nice cars? A man can go and buy a car and get from A to B. He can get a Prius. Why do they buy Ferraris? Why do they buy the latest cars? So that they can show them off. So that they have something in their life that they invest into, they put their energy into, so that they feel good riding it. They feel good being seen in it. It's the same thing for you, my dear. You represent him. So as if you are somebody that started with him on the bottom, you cannot stay on the bottom. You have to evolve, because you have to then also look like the trophy wife. He wants someone on his arm that he can show off. And you might be like, well, he's gonna stay with me because he's loyal, and you know, we've been through so much, and I was with him before he had the money. Great. I'm glad that you have a loyal man, but is he moving towards you? Or is he complaining that you're not sleeping with him enough? All of that is a result of being too much, of not learning the feminine arts, of not learning to care for yourself, of not learning to turn yourself on, of not learning to care for your vagina, your yoni, the way that she needs to be cared for, especially if you're having babies with him. If you're having babies with him, there's a special way that you need to be caring for yourself after birth. That you have to understand too, that the way that women make love is very different from a man. Our sexual energy is different. And so if you're just learning it from the masculine, you're gonna feel like something's wrong with you because you don't learn the feminine arts. So it's very important. If you want a man if you have a man with a lot of money, if you want a man with a lot of money, then it's very important to learn these things, because these are things that you need to know that is not taught to you. And so you stay in a sacrificial lamb, you stay in a very low energy, and you can wonder or think that, okay, well, I have a loyal man. Or what if you don't? What if you're constantly worried about, you know, if the guy will cheat on you, if he will leave you? That happens too much. It happens all the time. And it's really, you know, I'm not saying that it's right, because it's not. It's not right to cheat on anybody. But I think that it's important for women to learn these feminine arts so that you understand what the what the masculine needs and how to meet those needs by fulfilling your own, by filling yourself up. Because we're taught to be only one way. We're taught to be only one way, and it doesn't serve us, because we're not learning the intricacies and the secrets and the beauty of being a woman, the power of being a woman, and the power that we have. So just think about how much this is costing you in your life, not learning these things. Think about if you want to be single for the holidays, or if you want to be in a relationship, to learn these things. Think about, you know, if you are in a relationship, how you might be worried that your relationship is not going the way you want because your man is not moving towards you. What is that costing you? How much are you worried about this? So I highly suggest that you learn the secrets of these feminine arts, because this is something that, honestly, learning the art of being a woman, learning the feminine arts is something that I teach, and I believe that it is the key to successful in relationships. I have a module in my course called Polarity, and this is exactly what I teach, and I go in depth into the energetics of it. This is what my course is about. It's the energetics of the feminine, and how to be deep, and how to be juicy, and how to be in your feminine power. And learning this is absolutely life-changing, and it's the key to having success in relationships, and it's the key to keeping the man moving towards you. It is absolutely life-changing. And I say that because so many of my clients have been able to not only attract their partner when they gave up and didn't even think that it was possible for them, but now they're living in partnerships, and they're living in marriages where they're thriving, where they have children and they have a family, and the man is still moving towards them, and he's still cherishing her, and still getting really romantic situations and foot rubs, and just being loved the way that she deserves. I have plenty of clients that were single and didn't know these energetics, and didn't honestly didn't believe it was for them. They had just given up, and now married, children, all that good stuff. So think about how much this is costing you for you to really want to change and want to grow in your femininity. I encourage you to take advantage. I have, okay, so it's my birthday month and I have a special going on. It is called the Radiant Goddess Summer Bundle. You get the course, you get the inner circle, you get a full one-on-one feminine embodiment session with me, you get a customized waist bead and anklet made by me. And this special is going on until my birthday, June 12th. So you have a couple, I think it's a week now. You have a week to sign up, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace and love.